Good days. Good days. That I was never in. Alright. So here we go with game number 1 again. Wham as Malians. Anotand as Order of the Dragon. Starting about 11 minutes after the timer. You know, that's pretty fucking good. The best part is I got a plan for when my pup gets irritable so that so we can cast this whole series and not be interrupted. Alright, so to get to the thing, we have Wham as Malians, Order of the Dragon as Anotand, and we're going to be seeing some stuff. Now, the thing is, my analytical casting is probably not going to be as good as it used to be, but that's all right. I know what they're going to do, for the most part. We got the houses to generate more gold for the pit mine, and then we have villagers gathering food and wood. You know, very standard stuff. Wham's gonna gather all this wood here, and then these are gonna go back on food. They'll make about, what, 6 houses? And so, as someone noted out in the chat, what we are gonna see that's new for Malians in this patch is most likely the Farimba garrison. So, if you haven't read the patch notes or you forgot, Malians get 3 unique units with the Farimba garrison. They can choose one in the Castle Age and one in the Imperial Age. There's the Javelineer, which is a javelin thrower. I don't know the exact stats, but it's a unique javelin thrower with poison arrow damage. And then there's they have like a men-at-arm type unit, which I think is called the Freeborn. I might be mixing it up. And then there's a Musafati type warrior as well. I can't remember the stats for them, but those are the 3 units. And I would be very surprised if that's not Wham's goal. To not only go the Farimba, but also to... So I'm going to guess he's going to do standard cow boom. I'm going to guess Anotand's going to fast castle. I'm not really sure how Order of the Dragon is played nowadays. I haven't seen him very much on the when I've been watching people play, so mine work, not surprised. And we'll see what. So maybe he's going to do some feudal aggression, actually. I mean, I know that I'm not going to say that mine work necessarily means feudal aggression for Order of the Dragon, but I'm going to guess that's likely the case. And we're actually seeing stone, so we might be seeing a second town center here, actually. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's either going to be a second town center, or maybe he's going to try some weird tower rush, but I'm going to guess a second town center. Which is going to give Wham the capability to cow boom safer or easier without having to worry about too much pressure, if that's what he ends up doing. One thing we are also going to note is, and I actually thought Wham was going to do this, the Sahara Trade Network was buffed a little bit to where for 75 gold you can upgrade the Sahara Trade Network and every outpost, I mean obviously individually, for 75 gold. To have a javelin thrower in placement instead of a typical arrow slits, which does do extra damage to like archers. But obviously we're not seeing that, we're just seeing the typical Mantiquary, which gives that passive stone or gold, depending what you choose. And we do have the first pit mine fully operational once this is finished. It'll be, what, 104 gold if I recall? Something like that. And Anotand has 126 stone, so he doesn't have like a ton. How many does he have on? So he has 5 on stone. Okay, yeah. Well, we could definitely clarify this is definitely a 2 TC. Of course, I get that right. First cast back, and I'm already calling things as they are. What a way to go. Alright, so I'm kind of curious if this is just going to go to a castle game then. Because I assume Wham's going to do, you know, some cow boom shenanigans into castle himself. Again, I'm expecting the Farimba from him. And then for Anotand, they did get a new upgrade I forgot about. It's the, or wait, maybe it doesn't go for Order of the Dragon, maybe only HRE. Yeah, okay. That's only it's only H-E. Alright, and although we don't see very many villagers on gold, we do see 400 gold gathered, but we're not seeing... Is he going... No, he's not going 2TC. I mean, this kind of looks like it, though. Wait, he is going 2TC. I completely missed that he was gathering stone? Is this bugged? Am I crazy? How the hell did he get stone? This is on gold. No stone gathered. Mountains TC costs gold now? Oh, wow. Okay, I had no idea. 450 gold, 400 wood. Well, I just learned something new today. When was that in? The thing is, I did look at all the patches. I just don't remember that one. Wow. Okay. I mean, I know that was a previous patch. It couldn't have been this one. But that's good to know. Hey, as I said, guys, I'm a little out of date on some of the things in this game. But it's alright. So, okay, so 2TC with Malians out. Okay, that does surprise me a little bit. I feel like you'd rather go Cowboom into Fast Castle into the Farimba, but, you know, Wham knows better than me, so we'll see how he goes. He is making some... He isn't making anything yet. So he has the stable. I'm not seeing a second scout or anything, so he's just kind of... Oh, he did get the Warrior Scout upgrade. Just going to pick off some villagers here, which again aren't going to... I can't imagine any of these villagers going down. Do see a stable coming out, and it doesn't look like either player is really going for Castle Age yet. I guess you could say Anotand might be. He's gathering mainly food, only a few on wood. Gonna make a horseman just to get rid of this warrior scout. And Wham is... Yeah, it looks like he's gonna do the same thing. He is now adding in the cow boom. So I would imagine he's probably just gonna go fast castle himself. I don't really expect much aggression in the feudal age. Yeah, we got 5 on gold, so definitely gonna be a fast castle for Anotand. I don't think either player is going to really commit much. We do see a couple more Warrior Scouts coming out, though, from Wham. So it looks like he wants to be a little aggressive. Maybe he wants to force out these Gilded Horsemen, because this will delay the Order of the Dragon's fast castle. Ooh, that villager's getting awfully low, but it should survive. Second pit mine activated. First cow ranch fully boomed in. And look at that. So now this... So the Gilded Horseman is faster than a Warrior Scout. Is that right? It must be, yeah. 1.88, 1.75. So Wham is going to be forced to run away with this. I don't think this is going to die. He can very easily run this to the second TC if he wishes. Looks like he's not going to do that. He's just going to keep scouting. Keep the Gilded Horseman over there. Anotand is not making a second one. And Wham is sending another Warrior Scout to harass the gold, which I like. It's just being very annoying, right? He's just harassing, delaying the castle age as much as he can, and forcing Anotand to have to make units. So this is actually, I like what Wham's doing here. He's just running this around so the Gilded Horseman isn't close to this. And Anotand's going to be forced off gold once again, and he has no way to really stop that at the moment. Ooh, 6 health though, very close. Oh, and we do see another Warrior Scout coming in here. So Wham's doing a lot of harassment. And he is going with the Farimba Garrison. Someone says the Farimba Garrison is bugged. To be fair, neither player may not know this. I didn't know that, so we're seeing the Farimba anyway. Not sure how it's bugged, but I'd be kind of curious. And now Anotand's like, screw it, we're going to stab you live. And the Warrior Scout goes down. But you can kind of see how delayed this castle age is for Anotand. He would have liked to have gone up much earlier, but Wham's, delaying of the gold, because gold was the thing holding him back, means he will get the castle age much quicker than Anotand. Although Anotand is going up with 11 villagers, and these are Order the Dragon villagers, so they do build faster. So this is going to be a pretty quick age up still for Anotand. He's not really that far behind. And he got the Freeborn Warrior, which is one of the new units. It's a fast melee unit with high ranged armor and bonus against ranged. So that's the first unit, and it is 90 food, 35 gold. They're both pretty... Again, Wham's ahead in villagers, but it's actually pretty even because Order of the Dragon villagers gather faster. So Anotand is not actually 6 villagers behind. And actually, Wham is really above 51 villagers as well if you add in the cows he's got going at the moment. Alright, now we see Men-at-Arms coming, although they're not upgraded yet. They're just early, so Anotand has forgotten to get the upgrade the Men-at-Arms. Hopefully he doesn't forget too long. It is a little late where Anotand is, so we can give him some excuse if he does end up forgetting. I think it's like 1 a.m. for him right now. Wham pulling up the walls. Gilded archers are out. Okay, he does have the upgrade in place. So now we've got early gilded men-at-arms there. Now here's the thing. These freeborn warriors are weak against armored melee units. So these are, in theory, these gilded men-at-arms should destroy them, which means Wham needs to make a barracks to get Musafati warriors. If he doesn't get Musafati warriors, I don't think his freeborn warriors are going to do much. And I think he realizes that, so he's thrown down 4 barracks. I don't think this town center is going to go down. But we'll find out here. I mean, there are... Oh, gilded crossbowmen are also coming. This might be closer on the second TC going down than I thought. I mean, it's halfway. I mean, Musafati aren't even upgraded yet. Although Wham is actually making freeborn warriors, he is not making Musafati at all. Now, he may not know these are weak against melee. We'll find out. The first, here's the freeborn warriors going at it. He's focusing on the range units first, which is a good decision. Torch damage was upgraded for some units, but I don't think it's all of them. I know horsemen get a buff on it. Okay, and we're just seeing more freeborn warriors come across. They're equal in military. Oh, we have a gilded knight coming to harass the wood line. I think this is going to get at least 1 villager kill. And so we're just kind of see them battling it out, and you just kind of see, and these gilded men-at-arms are really strong. So supposedly there's a bug where the freeborn warrior is being classified as a spearman, so they're not hard countering archers, according to chat. Not sure how accurate that is or not, but we'll take that as it is. But it looks like Wham is going to hold on, and he's going to start expanding his walls, which, for those who are unaware, every wall segment takes 8 seconds to build instead of 4 now. There's some Musafati finally, and they're not upgraded yet. Okay, nope, they're about to be though. And, they're still pretty close in worker count. We do have 14 cows. And we can see the food. They're equal in food pretty much right now. Gold is pretty equal as well. Although neither of them have grabbed relics, although Wham is grabbing his first relic. Surprisingly, no relics have been grabbed by Order of the Dragon at this time. Speaking my language, Chris. And as we can see here, here's a bunch of units coming across. More villagers. Nice little queue there of like 10 villagers. You know, the good stuff. And here's some units coming in the center. Sorry, 1 second. Alright. Okay, and now we see units coming in here. Ooh, and those, I'm guessing those are the Gilded Landsknecht. Can't say that properly. Do you see, you know, trying to see some harassment here. I mean, villagers killed, it's only 1 for Wham, 1 for Wham, 3 for Anotand. I always forget this confused. I can't remember if that means Anatand's lost 3 vills, I think is what that means. And Wham's lost 1, or they killed 1 and lost, I don't know. One of the two. Alright, look at Wham, he's going all the way across. Because, yeah, this whole, Wham's whole unit composition just gets dominated by these land snakes. That's right, yes. Anotand has killed 3, Wham has killed 1. That makes sense. And so these land snakes do splash damage, and they're gilded ones, so like they'll destroy these Musafati and Freeborn warriors. You can see Wham's like, nope, not touching that, because he has 11 land snakes right now. Those would absolutely destroy that. Like, this army would just melt. And Anotand realizes that, and he's coming here. Now, this might be enough Musafati to take care of these units. It's always hard to tell because, these are gilded, so they have extra damage, extra health. So we'll see. We see Wham just trying to run away while the gilded land snakes just chase them. Like, I can't say Landsknecht or whatever, however you say it, so I have to go by land snakes like everyone else. So these units, so those Musafati actually got absolutely cleaned up, so I was completely wrong. Oh, there's units still running, but Anotand is right on their tail. We do have Scout's not going to kill a villager anytime soon. We do see 2 relics for Wham, 0 for Anotand. Anotand just doesn't seem, you know, he's kind of focused on killing Wham, it looks like. I don't think he's really focused much on grabbing any relics. But man, Anotand is really just streaming the units across. And what's Wham doing? Is he transitioning at all? Okay, looks like Wham is going to start adding in the archers with poisoned arrows. I think that's a good decision. He needs a counter to these land snakes, and right now he doesn't have that. Okay, and he's splitting off these units again. But you can see Anotand's doing a really good job making sure to follow. Like, Anotand even noticed this one lone one, and is chasing 3 separate groups. So very good move by Anotand there. He's keeping track of all the harassment. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Look at all these land snakes! Oh my god, this is devastation right here. Oh my god. 17 villagers dead in the blink of an eye. Wham's focused on this, and these gilded land snakes are just destroying these villagers. Oh, we're at 23. Oh, I have to say, I think Wham is trying to harass here, but these gilded land snakes just destroyed almost 30 villagers. 29 villagers went down. Easily the most cost-efficient land snakes you can ever have. And now I think Wham's in shambles here. He's at almost half the military. He's way down on villagers. And he does have 17 cows, but I think he's, I don't know if he can hold on to this. I think these walls unfortunately came up a little too late, and I think the nerf to the walls probably helped with that. Thank you, devs, for nerfing walls. And I mean, yeah, we just see Wham's military. His food is actually, income is still good. His gold income is actually pretty good too. But he just doesn't have the military right now to really kill this, it feels like. Because to be fair, villager losses aren't as big a deal to Malians, thanks to the passive gold income and cows, but it is still kind of important to a degree, at this, when you lose 44 workers. Oh no, and more workers going down on the gold mine. 8 military for Wham. I think we can safely say Oh, the town center even went down. I think we can safely say that Anotand has won game number 1. And that was game 1 of the PUP. Again, this is going to be a play all 5, so regardless of the results, we will see all 5 games. And hopefully we see a game where it gets to some siege, so we can see how that interaction plays out. Actually, so if you look here, are the OOTD land snakes weapons bugged? I do not believe so. They're actually very close in resources gathered. Look at that. They're 30 food off of each other, and they're 21 gold off of each other. Their food and gold income, or like gather rate, was pretty much the same. Stone and wood was all that Wham really had an advantage on. Didn't they add a total... I thought they added like a total gather rate or something, but I don't see it. Or maybe that's what that is and I just don't remember. Never thought I'd hear Blade hoping for Siege Wars. We're not hoping for Siege Wars, but we're hoping to see what the new Siege, how the new Siege plays. Oh, it's in the graphs. All right, they're in the lobby for game number 2, so you guys can stare at my ugly mug for a second. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to stare at it either, but you got to do what you got to do, fellas. It's part of the gig. So, I don't know who they're... we're going to guess, by the way, on the score here. We're going to put 1-0 on the left side, and we're going to pretend that's going to definitely be Wham. Okay, so Anotand is leading 1-0. They are into game number 2 already, so we don't have to wait very long. So now I get to hide my mug. Goodbye, fellas. We've got Delhi versus Japanese. And I have to switch. I have to flip the score. There we go. Is that right now? Nope, it lied to me. Alright, it's correct now, and we begin game number 2. So, we've got Wham as the Japanese, and Delhi for Anotand on Rocky River. You know, they should just remove these fish, honestly. They don't play any role in the game ever, which is good. They should never have been there in the first place. Okay, joking aside here. So, in this matchup, I imagine this is a Delhi-favored matchup. So, I'm very curious how Wham's going to approach this. Because, you know, Delhi has the Ghazi Raiders, which do very well against early men-at-arms, or in this case, samurai. But, you know, not going to count Wham out. Him and Puppy I've seen play quite a bit of Japanese, so maybe they have some plan in this matchup that I wouldn't think of. So we'll see how that kind of goes. Be very curious. And, you know, we just see typical things, you know, Moss getting the research tax. Not really too much to talk about in the early game. Now the question is, I can't remember what. I don't think Japanese was changed too much with this patch. Technically, their Imperial was nerfed with the infantry nerfs, but I'd be very curious if Wham's going to do a fast castle build, or if he's going to be really crazy and try a 2 town center build. I imagine it's going to be one or the other. I can't imagine a 1 TC feudal aggression without, you know, but could be wrong on that too. Now, I do want to state, if we look at the spawns here, you know, this is one of the things I like about this map is, I mean, you'll notice there's no real safe food after your base. You get your sheep, your berries, and then look at the hunts. You know, I mean, obviously, Anotand can't grab the boar, but his deer's all the way out here, which is the same for Wham. His deer's all the way out here, so, you know, you kind of need some map presence to get that food source. I will say Wham does kind of have safer secondaries. I guess Anotand's is actually pretty safe too. You can put like a small wall here, and you're gonna have 2 berries secured. And in this matchup, you know, Delhi is gonna be the aggressive one, I would imagine. And here we've got the Cure Storehouse, which is only gonna be able to generate like 6 farms, I think. I can't do the math. I can't do the math, but I mean it's like 1. Maybe 2 on this side? Is it like 2? 2 farms, 3 tops, but I think it's 2 farms here and maybe 3 over here. So this landmark's only going to provide 5, but when the farmland's full, it does generate wood instead. So it's not like it's going to be a useless landmark. And when he gets further in here, this will be able to be farms later on. One farm. We'll do a farm here and here. I just don't know if it fits 3 farms here. This house is blocking a farm and may potentially be a second. We'll find out soon enough. All right, we see the Dome of Faith, which, by the way, I've been a Dome of Faith believer since day 1 of Delhi. Well, since I played Delhi, which was not day 1. I didn't play Delhi for a long time. But when I play Delhi, it's always Dome of Faith. Best landmark. Well, not the best landmark in the game, but a good landmark for Delhi. I've always liked it. And yes, so it does act as a drop-off, which I should mention in case someone doesn't know that. Eventually, he'll get the 3 farms over here, so it'll be at least 8 farms later on when this is woods gathered, but probably 5 to start, 6 tops. We'll find out shortly. Oh, whoa! Actually, I think this is only going to get 2 farms over here, here and here. So this might be only a 4-farm landmark. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, and now we have, Sanctity getting set up, scholars being produced, standard stuff. Now, are we going to see a stable first? Yes, we are. I would expect to see a stable first, but you never know. Maybe Anotand wanted to be spicy. So we're going to get some Ghazi Raiders, which, if Wham tried to do an early infantry build, like early samurai, that, Ghazi Raiders kind of crushed those in the feudal age. And we see the second farm has popped up here. I don't know, does a farm pop up here? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is a 4 farm. I know I've said it a couple times, but we're now betting. I agree, Puppy. I don't think this is the best spot for this. Alright, we have the first Ghazi Raider out on the field. And what is Wham doing here? So he's making a stable as well. Now, he could get the Uma Bannerman, assuming he gets this. I think he's already got the. Has he got this upgrade already? I don't know if this is the second. Nope, he hasn't. So he's just going to go for Horsemen, which Ghazi Raiders do beat in a straight-up fight. Yeah, this is a 4 farms, I think. So I think the 4th farm can fit here. And yeah, so we see Horseman kind of drives the Ghazi Raider back. Ooh, Wham's gonna need... Man, Wham might lose a villager. Okay, he doesn't, but I just wanted to stay. I said might. I mean, 1 horseman just isn't enough, right? But we see double stables out, so we're gonna have a few horsemen come out here. Wham does have 11 sheep, because there's a couple dead. So he does have food for a while. He does have 3 farms. And he does have berries, which are actually quickly, kind of depleting themselves. And what else do we have for Anotand? Anotand right now still only has the 1 stable. He doesn't seem to be making anything else. No barracks. No archery range. So he might be planning on maybe just doing Ghazi into castle. And Wham's going to be forced to retreat here, or he's going to lose a villager. Oh, he's going to lose a villager. I was lied to. I swear, this game told me he's going to lose a villager, but it didn't happen. But yeah, we just see only Ghazi Raiders from Anotand still. Sacred Site is about to be taken. I think Sanctity just finished, so Sacred Site's on the way for him. And we do see, 5 Horsemen versus 5 Ghazi. But they're both, good micro from Wham. He's, pulling back the weakened Horsemen to just try to get as much damage as possible. And he's going to be forced back, though, because, again, there's 8 Ghazis. Sorry, not 5. 9 Ghazis to 7 Horsemen. Still nothing else from Anotand here. We do see barracks coming out for Wham, though, so he is going to transition. He's going to start adding in Una Baguisha. So the light infantry. I thought he was going to go spearmen, but that is not the case. What is this looking doing? Oh! What's Anotand doing with... Oh, he's hiding this to take the Sacred Site later, but it looks like Wham's going to find it. And at this point, I'm guessing Anatand's just saving for that Castle Age. I don't think he's going to mix up his unit composition at all. Oh, look at that. He did not find it. Sacred Site being decapped. Sacred Site, this should be denied. Yep, this should be denied. Not going to be decapped. And here's the Unabogisha. So we are kind of seeing a one town center kind of aggression, which is, I said I didn't see that happening. Well, I was wrong. That's what's happening this game. Horseman here, not quite on the Sacred Site. And what's Anatand going to do now? He's making another stable. So he scouted this, and he's decided he's going to keep making the stable. Is not going to add an archery range. Just making sure I'm not blind. I do wear glasses for a reason. I don't know how Unas do versus Horsemen. I'm guessing they do actually pretty good, I would imagine. And we do see an outpost and berries being gathered by Wham here. Oh, and this did get 4 farms, so like I said, it was a 4 farm. Whoever said 6 was wrong, and I was right. And did he get the Daimyo upgrade? He has not gotten the Daimyo upgrade yet, so he can't make like a Bannerman or something. That seems like a mistake to me, but I'm not sure if that's for the play or not. Now, we do see that Wham is trying to engage this. He does have 3 spears, but Anatand's pulling in the healers. He's pulling in his mana users. They're going to heal these Ghazi Raiders, but is that enough for the spears, though? More spears coming in. There's Bogushas as well. I feel like this fight's going for Wham. I think Anatand's going to be forced back, and this just should be decapped here. Yeah, you can't sleep on the spears. Even with Delhi healing, spears still destroy horsemen, so that takes out the Sacred Site. They're even in military, but Wham is ahead on by 3 villagers at the moment. And Wham added these extra farms, and now he's getting farms here because he's chopped deep enough. So we should be able to get another 4 farms here, I think, once he's chopped the rest of the trees. So that'll be nice. And Anatand is finally adding in his archery range. A little late, but, I guess maybe he was I bet he was thinking that Wham was probably going to go Castle Age when that ends up not being the case. And now we're going to see, can Anatand bring it back? I feel like Anatand's not necessarily behind, but I don't feel like he's in as good of a position as he was before. We do see Wham going to try to take out that again. We do see spears and 1 Unabogisha coming with it. I don't think Anatand's going to save this. These are going to easily hold off the 1 Ghazi Raider. And we do see Anatand going for a raid here. And, there's 9 villagers here and only 1 outpost. So... Oh, and this isn't fully done. So Wham's going to lose at least 1 villager. Ooh, okay, that villager survived. Lucky villager. But he should lose these 4. I'd be very surprised if these live. So that this villager count is about to go into Anatand's favor. And now Anatand's officially has a military and a villager lead. But he doesn't control a single Sacred Site anymore. So on the plus side for Wham, he's ahead there. We do see Anatand pulling 12 villagers to put on gold. I think he might be looking for Castle Age. Why else would you do this? And he's actually afraid, I think, of being raided by these, is my guess, because he pulled off his villagers. And Wham is going Castle Age, which I totally did not miss, guys. I totally saw this coming. You guys just, you don't understand. I just wanted to keep you guys on the suspense. Castle Age for Wham coming up. Anatand is not even close to Castle Age. His food is plummeted. His food income is plummeted. He has 13 idle villagers. I'm starting to... I think Wham is definitely taking the lead in this game. I think this Castle Age is going to be very, very... ooh, and we see the first Daimyo coming out finally. I think Anatand's in a bit of trouble. I mean, he's only got 4 archers to 10 spears and 11 horsemen. Like, in a straight-up fight, Wham can ignore the Ghazi Raiders, kill the archers, and the spearmen will just destroy the Ghazis. And we do see that Anatand's going to take the center food. This is very risky, but he does know where all the horsemen are. So as of right now, he's okay with this, taking that risk. Wham, as of right now, is not going to be able to punish this for at least the moment. Do you see an engagement coming up over here? I mean, we do see Anatand is ahead by almost double the military. But, like I said, that Castle Age is about to come, and Castle Age Knights do beat Feudal Age Ghazi Raiders. We do see spears as well. And, that's, as Anatand, when you see that Castle Age, you're not feeling too good about your position. You're like, shit, because no sacred sites. He can't take the relics, and now there's going to be knights coming, which mounted samurai. Sorry, and now the bannerman's with it. Is this how this matchup's usually played? Honestly, I don't know. All right, we see the sacred site coming back. Why are there deer here? I guess there's a couple deer in the sacred site. We see Anatand trying to push. Now, Anatand does have a significant military lead. 43 to 20. He's got 16 Ghazi Raiders. Two mounted samurai aren't going to defeat 15 Ghazi Raiders. So, and Anatand is taking that other center berries. So, Anatand's spot, I think, looks a little rough, but I'm definitely not going to say it's over yet. We do see more mounted samurai on the way, more spearmen, and we do see 7 spears for Anatand. And, Anatand, now that he's getting his sacred sites again, he's going to be able to secure both. Oh, look at that snipe, though. Ooh, denied. Nicely done by Wham. Wham's trying to run away with these. These Ghazi Raiders will do faster because they are faster than, they're as fast as horsemen, but not as faster than the Una Bannermen. We do see more Ghazi Raiders and spears. Wham is probably going to be forced to pull back here, I feel like. I just don't think he can take up a straight-up fight right now. The spears will deal with these as well as the Ghazi Raiders. But, of course, the spears for Wham will also help in dealing with the Ghazi Raiders, too. We do see 2 outposts on the gold. I do like that by Wham. And we are going to see veteran spearmen. Okay, that's fine. And, he's going to... Anatand is going to have to pull back from this. I think he's going to pull back pretty quickly. He could snipe some of the spearmen, but these 2 outposts plus, spearmen will deal with the cavalry. At least I assume he's going to pull back. Maybe not. Yeah, especially with these 5 mounted samurai. This is pretty, that's not the best fight by Wham, though, either. Spearmen against archers and mounted samurai versus Ghazis. Oh, but now the archers don't really have much of a defense anymore. The 1 outpost does go down. More mounted samurai, but there's still 3 spears here. And plenty of Ghazis, though. Ooh, I think this fight's going to go for Wham, though. It's, like, close. That harassment, oh yeah, with these units as reinforcements, yeah, this army is going to be cleaned up. Wham is going to end up cleaning this, holding back the push. And Anatand is still not on his way to Castle Age. He's not even close. Like, if he'd stopped gathering food, or if he stopped making use for a minute, he'd get there food-wise, but gold-wise, he's not. He's about to lose control of the center berries, which means he's most likely going to lose control of this sacred site. And once that happens, I think Anatand's going to be in a bit of trouble here. He does still have these 2 berries, so he might be okay. I don't know if Wham knows about these 2. And we can see that military is, technically Anatand's double, but you have to remember that, these are mounted samurai versus 13 spearmen and 2 Ghazis. So it's not like it's a, 12, and believe it or not, guys, 12 mounted samurai will beat 13 spears in a straight-up fight. And Wham does know about this, so he's harassing it. He is going to lose a mounted samurai here. But, I'm making sure it's... Yeah, so, Wham doesn't really have many blacksmith techs, though. This is a little bugged. It says he only has that, but I think he does have... Yeah, he has 2 of these, not just 1, so... He's not as, and he's got shaft mining as well. And Antan's starting to really pump out the spears. And what's Wham doing here? Ooh, he actually started... He's adding in the Yumis. So we do see those archers coming into play here, which should do very... You know, Mounted Samurai plus those, easily going to deal with, you know, 23 spears and only 6 Gauzy Raiders. The Gauzy Raider numbers have dropped a lot. But he does need the blacksmith techs. Like, you know, if you're going to make archers, you need this range damage. Right now, he's not doing really the damage he should be with these Yumi archers. I mean, Anotand does have a big military lead again, but you do note that almost 30 of those are spears alone, which, you know, archers counter. So he's really only got 10 units that can deal with archers. 7 Gauzy Raiders and 2 of his own archers. So as long as Wham doesn't get caught out of position, he should be able to you know, kite the spearmen forever, and then, you know, the Gauzy Raiders just mount the samurai will protect those. More archery range is coming down, along with finally Steeled Arrow is coming. And we do have a second town center from Wham as well, so he should be taking a military lead here soon. He did lose another 4 villagers. I didn't see where, though. So we'll see. What is Wham going to do? Wham's taken 2... Wait. Oh, those are sacred. So I was like, how did Anotand take 2 relics in Feudal Age? But okay, so Wham's about to have 2 relics. You know, Anotand does still have these berries over here, which is very crucial. He's also gathering these berries as well. I mean, this is kind of his lifeline. He needs these berries, otherwise he's going to have, like, no food income. But Wham doesn't really have enough. Like, I think he has enough to one-shot these, but now there's 17 Gauzy Raiders and 30 spears. That's gonna deal with this army. Wham has to pull back. If I was Wham, I'd actually use the Wololo to pull back safely with the archers. I think that'd be a really good play here. Yep, and that's exactly what he's doing. This is actually a very scary army, you know. I mean, in a direct engagement, Anotand will win a fight. But with archers, or with town center support, though, I think Wham will be fine. And Wham does have plenty of food and whatnot. That poor scholar was killed. And, oh, we see the spearmen all got bugged out here. So these Gauzy Raiders have been fighting the mounted samurai without the spearmen support. So now, you know, he's losing a lot of those. I mean, I think Wham's going to hold this. I don't think he's in trouble. Because most of this is just spearmen at this point. And we can see Anotand is going to be forced back. I think Anotand really needs to get to that castle age. I think it's too late now, probably. Because now the military is, you know, swinging very heavily in favor of Wham again. Or when I say again, I mean, because since they're close, castle age units are better than feudal age units, so the closer this gets, the better it is for Wham, even if technically Anotand's ahead. We do see the Bannerman taking out some villagers here, getting some revenge for the 15 villagers he's lost. Wham is losing more villagers, though. He has lost 16 villagers to these to Gauzy Raider raids. Oh, look at Anotand. He took his hunt, too, which I don't think Wham has noticed yet. Despite the 16 villager losses, though, they're very close in vills by 4. I mean, Anotand at this point kind of has to... I feel like he needs to try to get the castle. I feel like after that attack failed, you kind of got to try that. I don't think a feudal age aggression is going to work anymore. I think that was his only chance, and it didn't work. Oh, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. I thought he wasn't going to notice. Oh, I forgot. Gates. So we'll see how many villagers he loses here. We do see an attack on this side as well. 1 villager died. Anotand lost a lot more, though. He lost like 6, 7 villagers there. And now Wham is officially ahead in villagers. But I think Anotand's just going to stick to feudal. I think he's decided he's not even going to... I'm guessing his mind is, you know what? If I go Castle Age, I'm just going to die. I'm just going to try to end this in feudal. I don't think this is going to work out, but we'll find out. I mean, he does have that. He almost has. Yeah, he has a 21 military lead again. And Wham does have both his archer attack now. Doesn't have the second range defense, but he doesn't need that. There's no archers. There's only one archer for Anotand. But this is about as good of a fight as Anotand can ask for. I mean, he got on top of the units. Ooh, Springald Towers and placement done. But now these archers are going to do very well even against the Ghazi Raiders because they have +2 attack and Anotand can't get +2 range armor. There's also a raid over here, almost equal in villager kills. More mounted samurai there. And Anotand calls it GG. Game number 2 goes over to Wham, and we tie up the series 1-1. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Anotand, wow, actually, Anotand had 5,000 more food than Wham. That's actually crazy, but Wham had double the gold pretty much. Yeah, I really think Anotand had a couple points where he could have tried to go castle. Like, even right here, I think he could have just cut military and tried to go castle instead of trying to fight in feudal. It's actually kind of funny when you look at this graph. Military is all... Wham never once gets a military lead here, except I get... Yeah, no, he never once has a military lead in this entire game. Technically. By value, though, he definitely does. I don't know if there's a value count. There's not. Been doing some quick matches. Springald is the new Mangonel. They deal so much more damage. You can move them so much faster than Mangonels. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I am hoping we see some Siege to see how it plays out in a game. To be fair, the both matchups they've had, there hasn't really been a reason to. So we'll see how Game 3 goes. The one thing I will say, though, is the new Springalds do die pretty quickly, though. As well, which is good. I mean, like I said, I like how fast Siege dies right now. But I know I may be a minority there. I'm not sure how the other play... I mean, the thing is, it's so early to say. You know, it's hard to say how the balance is going to be. I mean, the game is changing, right? Trebuchets, for example, are now a viable unit to make in Castle Age. Where you don't really see them now in the current meta because Springalds destroyed them. So why would you make an expensive Trebuchet and then you don't have enough to, you know, you're not going to win the Springald War a lot of the time. I don't think Age of Springald is back either, by the way. At least in the testing I did. Didn't feel that way to me. All right, now we're going to game number 3. Zushi Legacy versus the Ottoman Empire. Now this is on Golden Pit. Now this is an interesting one because both of these civs got some changes in the patch. Zushi Legacy have buffed their Grenadiers, and Ottomans now have the Cavalry Archer unit with the Vizier point on their H2, their second Vizier point. They can get the Cavalry Archer, and supposedly people are telling me it's super strong. So we'll see how it looks. But I'm anticipating we're going to see the new Cavalry Archer from Wham. And I think Cavalry gets a plus 20% damage boost in Feudal Age for Zushi if you get the upgrade, which is like 175 gold. We'll see if it gets there. So I think we're going to see... Like, in a way, both of these civs are the two civs I think that got some major changes that are going to change how they're played a little bit. And I think if it does go to Castle Age, I anticipate Anotand will make Grenadiers, which did get buffed, by the way. Because Grenadiers now have like a... What is it? Like their attack is faster, if I recall, but their reload is a little bit slower. But they look strong from what I've seen. Ooh, look at that. Getting all the sheep. Only 5 sheep for Wham at this time. I am going to be playing Season 9, yes. That is my plan. Alright, I mean, they're just kind of typical stuff. Fast military school. I don't think Wham's going to really be able to do... Ooh, I say that, but look at this. Wait, let me look at here. Okay. This spawn is a little unfair for Anotand. Wham's town center has his gold covered by his town center. Anotand does not have his gold covered by his town center. But on the other side, look at how safe Anotand has his back food. He just has to wall this, and he's got safe back food. He's got 5 free deer, a berry pack, so he'll be pretty good there. Surprisingly, though, Anotand is going to actually make a couple spearmen. I'm a little surprised at that. I guess maybe he just doesn't want to deal with the harass here. I'm not sure, but it feels like kind of a waste because Wham's already advancing to the feudal age, and Anotand's is going to be significantly delayed because he invested 120 food into those spearmen. And he's going to have the gold from this alone. But Wham did get 9 sheep in total. I think some of you guys are being a little too premature with the melee unit complaints. I mean, hasn't been much... I haven't seen many games in the PUP yet, so I just feel like people are over... I'm not saying they might not be bad. Maybe this change is bad and they're going to need a buff, but I feel like people are overreacting without seeing anything actually happen yet. And we do see the meditation gardens happening here. I'm not sure how much resources he's going to get, but he's going to get a ton of gold. That's for sure. Funnily enough, despite aging up later, you know, because of the Zushi bonus of building, I don't know, is it 40% faster? How much faster do villagers for China's? Is it some amount faster? He's going to be aged up at almost the same time as Wham did. Yeah, the 2 spearmen make more sense when you see that he wanted to get this out. It makes a lot more sense. I didn't think of that, but that made sense. And we know it's not really 18 gold a minute. It takes a moment. So we'll find out in about 30 seconds how much this actually gives. Spearman here. Look at Wham being really annoying. He's spreading out all the deer and just killing them. It's going to be high. I'm going to guess 90 gold per minute. Because I know this got nerfed. Wham might be going for a second or for a fast castle though. He's going fast castle here. He's not even going to try to he's not going to do any feudal aggression here. He's going to let this go. So far it's at 75 a minute. Not sure if it's going to go any higher. You know, and the thing is, since he's not making units, he's not going to be able to get, you know, cav archers for a while. He still has to do his first... I don't think he's done his first vizier point yet, has he? I'm sure he has, actually. But he hasn't done his second. You know, second one's going to be a little bit. And yeah, so it looks like it does top out at 75. I remember when this would have been like 200 gold a minute. But this definitely got nerfed pretty hard to only be 75 now. Really not that much better than... It's like a Mansa-Query now. Except it's in the middle of the map. And there's, I mean, there aren't really too much to talk about. We're just going to see that fast castle, which again, those cav archers don't require the castle age. But aging up does give extra experience, so maybe that'll help. And it looks like, ooh, we're getting a fast castle from Anotand as well. He's going for the monks. Wham can age up now, going for the, again, the Mid Imperial Armory. Free siege is a good siege. So we are going to see some siege this game, fellas. And we do see he did get his Vizier point. That had to be a second. No, 7 minutes feels too fast to have that second one. That must have been his first, right? We can look. We're going to look. Yeah, that was his first one. So he still has a ways before he can actually make the camel archers. Or cavalry archers, not camel archers. Looks like we're going to get knights from Zushi as well. So Shaolin Monk plus knights. And we're not really seeing anything from Wham yet. No military buildings. No, that's because he can't afford it. Or now he can. What's he going to make first? So far, nothing. And it looks like we're going to get knights from Wham as well. And he did use the spy to get him off gold. And this is kind of the unfair response, right? No way to protect his gold, but now he's got the Lancer coming out. Now, he does have to upgrade that 120. He does have to upgrade that, doesn't he? I don't know where he upgrades it, though. But you have to upgrade that plus 20% attack speed. I don't think he's got it already, unless I missed it, which is very possible I missed. And let's see here. So, Knight coming out for Wham. Does anybody know where... Is it from the blacksmith? I think he has to get a blacksmith to get that plus 20%, right? We'll find out here. We're going to keep an eye on this so we can make sure we don't miss it. A little bit of walling coming in from Wham. First relic coming in. 2 relics coming in for Wham. Where are they? Okay, one there. Where's the second one? Ah, right there. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Took the one one of the ones closer to Anotand. And yeah, so it's this one right here, the Dali horses. It increased the attack speed of cavalry units by 20%. So I anticipate we'll see that shortly. Villager is going to get sniped out here. Another villager was sniped here, so one villager has been killed. Wham should lose this one, I imagine. Maybe not. I take it back. So Wham's only going to lose 1 villager, so that's nice. Thought it was going to be 2. We see a mangonel popping out here in a minute and a half. So, for those of you who are not aware, the mangonel now does not track units. And by that I mean when it shoots, wherever it shoots, the projectile is going to hit where it shoots. It's not going to follow the units unless you dodge at the last second. So, if you played Age of Empires 2, it works like an Age of Empires 2 mangonel. If it's going to fire right here, that's where it's going to hit no matter what the units do. So the mangonel is more dodgeable for, I think, the average player than it was before. I do see walls coming up for Anotand here. And Dali Horses is on the way, so in about 35 seconds, these knights will be better than Wham's knights. Because that plus 20% attack will be very big. And Wham did drop off both relics. Obviously, he hasn't made a monastery yet. That's why, even though he has 2 relics, he's not getting it. Another villager goes down. All right, the second one has come in now for Wham. Which, he doesn't have an archery range, though, so... I'm assuming he's getting the cavalry archers. But we don't see anything to show that yet. This monk is going to go down. Wham, you better make cavalry archers. Oh, there we go. So we do see... Ooh, wait. I don't think he got it. Wham got sheep instead, so he did not go for the cavalry archers yet. That is not in the game plan yet. First mangonel is out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see the archers. But the game's still young. Second TC coming out for Anotand now. And Wham killed 2 villagers as well, which I missed somehow. Professional. Very professional for me to do that. Looks like Wham should get 3 relics, it looks like. He's not going to get this sacred site. That will be denied. And now these knights have 20% attack speed. Does this say that anywhere? It doesn't. Attack speed 1.35. And a normal knight is 1.5. So you can see that it is, you know, that buff has gone there. Can you shift click with the mangonel? I don't know. You can attack ground with the mangonel. Which I think you're going to see a lot more attack ground now with it, because you're going to try to predict the movement of where the enemy might dodge. Okay, and like, see, these 7 knights will beat these. But we have spears and crossbows coming in as well. I mean, we do have a double military lead for Wham, so I think he is going to end up securing this, this relic here. The MM's on the way to go grab that relic. Sorry. Alright, and we do see the Jingoan Tower. Oh, it's just Song Dynasty. Which feels like a little late, because now he could have gotten that TC for much cheaper if he'd done that earlier. Alright, so you're going to see the first mangonel shot. So you're going to see here, it does not track those knights, it just landed there. So it is harder to hit units like knights. And let's see what Anotand's up to. So far, he's not really doing anything yet. He's making more stables. He is making a barracks. I don't know if he's going to be making... I mean, he is making spears, so I assume he's going to get the spearman upgrade. Wham's going to go deny, and we do see spears, crossbows kind of defending these mangonels here. This sacred site, ooh, it's going to be close. I think it is going to get denied, though. Yeah, just barely. That always feels bad, man. And let's see what, you know, Wham's just kind of trying to raid, but their walls up. Both players have their walls up. But Wham does not have a second TC, so he's behind by 9 villagers now. He is up by double the military, so maybe he's going to try some timing attack here. I don't think we're going to see the cavalry archer from Ottomans this game, though, fellas. I'm not going to lie. My day is ruined. You know, I'm going to be honest. This is the real reason I casted this match. I wanted to see some cavalry archers, and I'm getting ripped off. I'm going to make them play Ottomans again. I jest. For those who can't sense the sarcasm. That's weird. The music like just disappeared all of a sudden. Very odd. Alrighty. And so we actually see Wham taking the sacred site instead, and he also has 4 relics, so only 1 for Anotand. That does help kind of negate that effect. Alright, let's see. What did he pick? What did he pick? He picked the military campus. We are not seeing cavalry archers this game. Guys, we need to yell at Wham. Alright, we do see the knights chasing knights here. Military-wise, you know, Anotand's behind by about 21, 2, 3, 23 now. I wonder why he's making a normal monk. You should only make these Chad monks. And we see a bunch, 17 spearmen. Now I am curious, I don't see any siege workshop for Anotand, so no nest of bees. We do see 3 mangonels for Wham. Archery range coming out now. And he's spamming crossbow and spearmen from these military schools. But the longer this game goes on... Oh, wait. Wham's going Imperial. At least that's my guess. He has a ton of resources saved up. Is he going to maybe try to take center map control? Nope. He's going to Istanbul. The Istanbul Observatory. So we're going to see Imperial Age here. Anatand's not even close to Imperial Age. Wham has been kind of saving for it. It's kind of crazy. Wham saved for Imperial, and he's still ahead in military as well. Probably because of the farm transition for Anotand, whereas Wham's been just... I don't think he has a single farm yet, unless I'm blind. He's got berries, he's been on farms, or, no, sorry, not farms. Sheep, deer. Now, what this landmark does is it speeds up the production speed by 100% for, like, I think everything, right? The blacksmith and production speed of grand galleries, so yeah. So like units should pop out a lot faster once this finishes. Anotand has a ton of knights though. So we'll see in 10 seconds how long this is actually going to take. I can't remember. Man, Wham just has so much like food. It's crazy. So yeah, minute 10 for Spahi now. Look at all those mangonels miss. I love to see it. Who doesn't love to see that? I love it. And we see the walls expanding further and further as the Zushi legacy expands its empire. Wham's military is pretty far ahead. More mangonels? Ooh, we're going to see a great Giga Bombard, though, soon. I mean, when I say soon, and like, I mean, how long does that take? 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I think? And not really seeing much else, really. I mean, at this point in time, there's still no farm. So I feel like Wham's going to... His food is going to plummet soon, because he is going to run out of these, external food sources. And once he does, he's going to have... he's gonna have no his food income's just gonna dip till he gets the farms out, and he doesn't really have a lot of wood in the bank. He's only got 200. He does have a lot of food and gold though. And we do see Anotand is finally going Imperial Age himself. He's getting Temple of the Sun, and has powerful abilities with. So his he's gonna do it to cavalry. So his knights are now doing plus 40% damage than a normal knight. It's at a 1.92 attack speed. A normal knight is 2.12. At least I'm pretty sure that stacks. That should stack. If not, someone's getting ripped off here. .35. Wasn't it 1.35? No. Oh, I was looking at torch. 1.35 attack speed. Where's a normal knight? Where's a normal knight? Where's your normal knight? There we go. Versus 1.5. I don't know if that's stacked or not. Oh, wait. Good call. Plus 20% damage, not speed. So, still. Plus 20% speed, plus 20% damage now. So, Zushi Knights are terrifying. But the thing is Anotand only has 40 Knights against 15 Janissaries, 30 Spearmen. I mean, I don't know. They are Imperial Age now, though. Or I think they are, right? Yeah, they are Imperial. But I don't know if they're going to really, how well they'll do in a direct fight. I guess we're going to find out. This has definitely been a way more passive game than I was expecting. These 5 Mangonels are just chilling, doing nothing. No more passive gold from that landmark. University, so looks like he got biology? Yeah, he already got biology, wow. Is it biology? I mean, this is 45 Knights versus 20 Janissaries, 30 Spearmen. Alright, let's find out how this battle goes. We got 5 Mangonels, which do make contact. Now they're going to pop like balloons. Look at that. Okay, 36 Knights. Oh, Anotand's taking the lead here. I don't think this is going to finish. This keep is going to be denied. And still 30 Knights left over. Wham's military has been crushed. The Mangonels came with the free landmark, so he didn't pay a dime for those. Oh, I forgot. Biology is buffed too. It's plus 40% instead of plus 30%. I forgot about that. So now Wham's like, oh shit. That's what I'd be like anyway. Now we do see 21 Janissaries. Now they did get a nerf as well. Janissaries used to do like plus 20. Now they do plus 15 or something to Knights. Do you see the Giga Bombard doing its work? Knights making it in. Ooh, and this is where I think Wham might be in a little bit of trouble here. This strategy by Anotand might be working out. I mean, look at the food income. It's different. Anotand has 1,000 more food. 10 health on that one. Oh, that bombard is going down fast. Holy cow. It's doing 30 damage a shot. Bam. Dead. I think Anotand's done it. Wham is down to has 50 villagers. He has pretty much no food income. And Anotand is just streaming the knights. Well, I say streaming, but there's some knights coming across. Not really that many. But I don't think Wham can hold this anymore. Now, I just want to state, if Wham had gone for the cavalry archers, I think he would have won this game. But he didn't. Shame on you, Wham. No, I'm just kidding, Wham. If you're watching the VOD back on this, I'm just giving you shit. But pretty sure, yeah, Anotand takes game number 3. And as we can see, Knights are a good unit. Knights are a good unit. I'm not going to lie, it actually was pretty cool to see the Lancer kill that Bombard. It was doing 30 damage a shot, so it killed it really quickly, which I think is really, really good. I love it. I love watching Siege die. I'm not going to lie. Look, I get so excited when Siege dies. It's just a joy in my life. Yeah, and you kind of see just like Anotand's ahead by 5,000 in gold, 9,000 in food. Now, again, do note military schools. So military schools kind of, do that, take that away a little bit, or it's not as bad as you think. And just look at that military graph right here. Boom. 80, 90, 80 units, something like that. Bam. Down to less than 20. Anotand went from like 40 or 45 to like 30 or something. Definitely, I thought the Pure Knights wasn't going to work, but Wham was wrong. And so was I. All right, they're already in game number 4, guys. I love it. We don't even have to wait. We're just going straight into game number 4. Goodbye. China versus Rus. We might see another passive game, fellas. Now, I am aware that Rus has a bounty change. It now goes by based on how much food they gather for their bounty, which means they're guaranteed to hit the 750 or whatever is needed to get the maximum. Oh yeah, someone asked me if I was back. I mean, I'm gonna be playing some season 9 at least. We'll see how long. We'll see how I like it. But I hesitate to say yes. I'm 100% back. But I won't be streaming like I was before. I can't right now. I have a puppy, so I can't do like 5 days a week streams. Like I can't stream 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. I'm actually very lucky that my pup's just passed out right now. So now we're just going to kind of see how this plays out. We are still seeing multiple scouts by Wham, I'm guessing just for sheep. We have double by... Wait, is that just one? Yeah, one scout for... No, Anotand did make 2 scouts. I see one. Where's the second one? Ah, over here. So he still went 2 scouts. Wham added a second scout, but it's too late. I mean, Anotand already took that. So this scout's really kind of a waste of food, honestly. Ooh, Wham isn't going to get many sheep, I don't think. He's got 9 sheep. Which isn't that bad, I guess. But then when you look at Anotand, he has 16. Poor Wham. 9 sheep to 16 just isn't fair. There's no information on if there's new civs or variants. Maybe in the springtime. They are teasing something big for springtime, though. They've kind of teased that something for spring in their previous patch notes. So my guess is there's going to be an expansion or new civs in the springtime. So season 10, I think, is probably when it's going to be, if my guessing is right. And we do see, you know, he's getting about 40 gold per minute passive here, so that's pretty nice. Golden Gate. I know how that has been making a little bit of a comeback. It's interesting now, you know, remember back in the days when Rus would get wheelbarrow and then go feudal? Not anymore. Where can I see the info about the bounty? Because I can't remember the new changes. Like, is it 750 to get tier 3 now, if I recall? And we see, you know, typical Imperial Academy. Barbecue's probably going to come up shortly for Anotand. Well, actually, I take it back. He's aging with 4 villagers to the feudal age. Why is he rushing feudal? I feel like that's not common, so I'm very curious what Anotand's plan is. Because normally what you see, or at least last I saw when I saw China play, is it's 1 for the Imperial Academy, and then you get the barbecue for the Song Dynasty. But I don't think that Anotand's doing that. I guess it's for that quicker second Imperial official, maybe. And Wham is now up. And now the question is Wham going to go for a second TC or a fast castle? He's gathering a lot of wood. Oh, you're right. He did do a no Imperial official opening. I didn't realize that till just now. Interesting. This is the new meta for China, is no Imperial official, and you just go feudal like a pleb? Like a normal civ without, you know, you actually have to gather gold? Interesting. Things I learned, fellas. I have a lot to learn in the meta, I guess. We do see the second Imperial official is out. No Song... Now, Song Dynasty here is about to be available for Anotand, but is he going to get it? outpost. Nope, never mind. Makes the wooden fortress there, which is still in the influence radius, so should still be a buff to wood gathering. Okay, I mean, Anotand has the resources to make a barbecue, but so far he's not doing it. Is he just going to go fast castle? I mean, this is looking more and more like a fast castle to me. I don't think he's... I think that's what he's going to do. So fast castle for Anotand. And I think Wham's going to do something similar, it looks like. I mean, I don't see Wham going for stone. I mean, he does have 5 on gold. Interesting, interesting. Oh, look at this, though. No, survival techniques. Oh, he did get it. Okay. So he did get Pro Scouts. So he's going to take all the food on the map from Anotand. So while Anotand is going fast castle, he is unaware of the Pro Scouts at the moment. So he's going to lose a major food source and have to switch to farms earlier than normal. But I'm expecting there to be knights coming in from Anotand when he hits Castle Age. So Wham may not have enough time to grab all the deer before the knights come out. This is like old style fast. This is like the old style fast castle almost. We do have 2 tickets. But I mean, Wham's fast castle is way behind Anotand's. Anotand's can be started here any second now. All right, and here comes the fast castle. Astronomical clock tower. We do see a stable for Wham. Now, Wham hasn't seen this yet, so he doesn't know that it's a fast castle, at least officially. He might assume. And we are going to see early knights. And Anotand's doing a great job kind of looking over. And Wham will be able to advance here shortly. What's that upgrade? Oh, the Imperial Maximum, 80 gold instead of 40. Alright. Castle Age is done. I expect to see the first Lancer on the way for Anotand here any moment now. And there we go. And we do have the High Trade House. So this is going to have to be deleted, right? Because isn't this going to take the gold from this? Now, he has to do a safer High Trade House because, you know, Anotand did go fast castle. If he tried to make it like here or something, he's probably going to lose villagers to Lancers. We do see archery ranges coming out. I mean, in reality, I don't think this is going to do too much damage. This Lancer shouldn't really do anything. Might delay the Castle Age by a little bit. Question is, are we going to see horse archers? You know, I'm not going to lie. If Wham goes horse archers, I'm going to be like, really? You couldn't do that with Ottomans, but you'll do it with Rus? I mean, this Lancer... Yeah, he might even kill a villager, depending on how late Wham responds. Does not kill a villager. But Anotand isn't stopping the deer gathering, and Anotand may not even be aware. I mean, he has to be aware of this now, right? But he might not be. But this castle is going to be delayed. And let me tell you, as someone who's done this kind of strategy before, this is very annoying when you're almost aged up, but you have to wait. And there's nothing you can do but wait. We are going to see a villager go down here, though. Two villagers have gone down now. And knight dead. We do see a knight coming out here, so now Wham should be able to finish that. But I'm going to be honest, I think Anotand is in a fantastic spot. He's ahead by 6 villagers. And he's got... I mean, look at this. He's delaying this for a long time. Like, Wham's not going to be able to get this up still. This is like devastation for Wham. Actually, this went from like I thought it was gonna be a slight delay to this is a significant delay to his economy. His food eco was completely idle, and I actually think he might be dead now. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to survive this. He's behind by 8 workers. He's trying to finish his age up. Just lost a knight. He's gonna lose more workers here. Five villagers dead. He's, down by 9. He's trying to make a blacksmith, but not going to do anything. Going to lose another villager. Wham's very desperate for this age up. Oh, this hurts. Oh, this hurts so bad. Yeah. We do see horse archers coming out, so that was his plan, going horse archers. But at this point, it's 26 workers to 41. There's no second TC. He's used all his tickets on here. There's like, how many night? Yeah, and GG. Game number 4 goes over to Anotand. This is the PUP, yes. There's going to be one more game. We're going to game number 5, which Anotand did win the series. But we're doing a playoff 5, so they are going to play that last game. To be fair, it is also in the title. I just want to state for the record, in the title it says PUP Showmatch. Oh. So in this show match, oh, they're already into game 5. Jeez, they're quick. Oh, I'm just going to go hide again. Goodbye. Game number 5. English versus Abbasid. I know this is not what I intended to do, but I want to make sure I have the score right for you guys. So, okay. So, I don't know how this matchup is for Abbasid nowadays. I know when I was playing, I felt like this matchup was pretty unwinnable for Abbasid. So, I'll be curious how this goes. And we do see, yeah, this is gonna be standard opening. I don't expect anything crazy. I will be curious if Wham's gonna go Council Hall or not. I know the King is the meta, but in this matchup, I could see an argument for going Council Hall and going the classic Longbow Rush. But then also maybe you just go King and do a fast castle or something. I have no idea what the meta is in this matchup. I can't even remember the last time I watched a streamer play English vs. Abbasid. It's been a while. And let's kind of, it would be funny. This matchup I kind of expect to be a short matchup. I don't know. I feel like this matchup's not going to be too long, but then I'm also not going to be surprised if this ends up being the long game that we've been hoping to get in this tournament. It's best of 5, puppy. I think. Yeah, it is best of 5. But it's playoff 5. How I should have done this matchup, or this show match, is I should have done $20 per victory. That would have mean this game wouldn't have been kind of technically a worthless game in the aspect of Wham winning this doesn't change anything. But if it was a $20 per victory, then it would be, then this game would matter, right? And we do see the Council Hall. And I just don't know what like Abbasid is supposed to do against this. I mean, I've always thought that since, you know, for a long time. So we'll see how it plays out. How many sheep did Wham get? Wham got 15 sheep. Only 6 sheep for Anotand. I'm trying to find his scout. Okay, no, he's got a lot more than that. He's got 13 sheep, so pretty even on the sheep count. Yeah, I'll be curious what Anatan does. I mean, I just feel like this is a matchup loss, but you never know. Do you see the barracks coming out? So Wham's, you know, Wham is playing this correctly, right? I mean, this is how I would approach this matchup. Spear longbow into men-at-arm longbow, and then just kill your opponent. And this gold is in a bad spot. Now, of course, Anatan could switch to this gold. And, you know, it is quite a walk, right? You know, Wham would have to go all the way around to reach this back gold, which, you know, that can be trouble. Because then reinforcements can get caught off, or if your army's too small, then Anatan can just flank and kill the army eventually. And immediately, spearmen and longbow. I am a little surprised at that, at the making the spearmen immediately, just because, you know, Wham is scouting, hasn't seen a stable yet. I mean, I guess you just kind of expect it, but in reality, we see that a second TC is coming out for Anotand here. I mean, I don't hate it, because, you know, sometimes you're not, even though you scout, sometimes you don't see it, but we do see the second TC is coming down. Anotand did get the upgrade for the cheaper town centers. I mean, if Wham puts a scout here, he can attack these villagers with his longbow, but he's going to kill his scout first. Oh, maybe not. That's going to barely live. Like, this town center is going up. That spearman might take some significant damage. Might even die. No, it'll get away. Ooh, that scout almost died, though. We see more and more longbows and spears. We don't see any barracks, or sorry, any stables for Anotand yet. And now this is the annoying part. These longbows can just kind of sit here and snipe these. The town center range is not enough to reach a longbow. So that's going to be a little bit of trouble for Anotand here. Oh, look at Anotand, though. I actually really like this. He knew about this pressure, and so he's decided to just stop gathering gold here. And Wham's not going to scout this. He's going to think he might go here, but he's not going to expect all the way over here. So Anotand's got a good source of gold that I don't think Wham's going to see. And this can end up posing trouble because, you know, I've been in the position where I'm like, okay, my opponent can't get gold, he can't get any upgrades, he can't advance, and then they advance and you realize, oh wait, no, my opponent was on this gold mine the one I didn't check. So this is actually, I still don't think this is looking amazing for Anotand, but it's not looking terrible yet. And we do see the first horseman coming out. The problem's going to be when Wham starts switching into those men-at-arms. Outpost coming up. Wham is not gathering stone, so he cannot get arrow slits on this outpost. If he could, he denies this entire wood line right here pretty much. Because longbows would deny this. Outposts and longbows could deny that. And yep, so villager's getting hit. Ooh, he's going to lose a villager. He's not paying attention. One villager down. And Horseman's going to raid. I actually really like this. This is going to disrupt Wham's economy a little bit here. is going to lose a villager. Like, the thing is, this horseman could probably kill another couple villagers before it dies. More villagers going down, and this is the problem. Now he has to switch to this wood line because he's lost 2 villagers. Ooh, Wham saves that, nice. So Wham only loses 2 villagers, or Wham kills 2 villagers, and Anotand's down 1. Now let's see. Now the thing is, though, these longbows are like, if Anotand just sends this one horseman here, these are 3 dead longbows. But he may not. Okay, and Wham actually realizes that and retreats. And Wham's probably like, okay, he must be getting gold back here, and he's going to try to deny the wood. Because that's the game plan here. If Wham can deny wood, Anotand can't make anything and just dies. So he's got to kind of mix it back and forth. And Wham needs to make sure to get enough spears and longbows so he can deny both with a small group would be nice, ideally. I mean, the military is in such heavy favor of Wham right now. 22-5. Although it looks like these longbows are going to go down. Same with the scout. I mean, if Wham was paying attention, he could put these in the outpost and then they'd survive. Oh, which he does. And what is Anotand going to... Anotand's actually going to gather stone? Interesting. I wonder what his game plan here is. If Wham was listening, he would have killed these 3 villagers. Right now, Wham thinks that there's no gold. But gold doesn't really matter because Anotand's not close to aging up anyway. And there we go. The men-at-arms switch has happened. This is the scary part. Because, you know, dealing with archers and longbows, or spearmen and longbows, you know, it is doable. But once the men-at-arms make it into play, that's when it pretty much, I don't see how Abbasid can fight it. But we'll see what Anotand tries here. He is starting to mix in some farms. He still has some sheep, but once those sheep are out, he's got no source of food. And right now, we're just kind of, you know, Anotand's trying to get a unit composition to defend this. He's on his last few sheep here, so he doesn't have much time before he's completely out of food. I mean, his... Oh, and he is going to 3rd town center by these berries. And he'll get it up, I think. I mean, he has a 13 villager lead. But, I mean, that's how desperate he is for food, right? He needs to make... He's making this town center to defend his berries. Wham is coming this way, though. Ooh, if Wham wasn't beelined here, I think Anotand would just lose all these villagers, but he's not going to, so he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to get this town center up. And we see units just kind of chilling there. He's going to kind of get them together. And let's see, what is Wham doing? Wham is Wham is getting his, he's going to start making rams here shortly, which I think are 200 wood now, right? Yeah, 200 wood. We see Anotand's going to try to raid, but there's nothing to raid up here. He could try to raid gold, but look at that. Wham already has 6 spearmen in position. Wood's in a pretty safe. He's on farms. He's actually still on his sheep as well. Anotand is about to run out of sheep, and his villagers went to wood instead of berries, so he's not gathering berries. And 2 rams are on the way. Maybe Anotand's just doing this for the safe wood and doesn't care about the food? Nope, there we go. He's just going to rally new villagers to food. I guess he's trying to get a farm transition down to get that passive food, but here's the problem, right? I mean, we're just seeing more and more men-at-arms coming. Now we have 2 barracks pumping out men-at-arms. I mean, if Anotand can somehow hold on to this, if he somehow does, I mean, he would win the game, but this is where it gets tough. So many men-at-arms, longbows, more farms coming down for Wham. Outpost's going to go down. I don't think Wham cares too much. I think he's just going to kill this town center is his goal. I think that's all he cares about right now. Although the horsemen died. That's a lot of horsemen. That's 12 horsemen. It is kind of weird to see a couple camel archers, but okay. I mean, I think Wham can take the fire from this second town center fine, but he's got to stay out of range of the first. Because you got to protect the rams, just like that. Third ram on the way. You know, Anotand might be able to keep this TC alive with repair. I mean, then again, there are... well, actually, there's only 18 longbows. It's really not that many longbows. Nah, this town center's going down. But that's not the biggest deal. Now, if Wham finds out about this town center, that's 16 villagers and a town center that he could destroy. And Wham's just going to take this food. I like that. Anotand's actually... ooh, Anotand's taking the berries over here because he realizes... this is the thing that you got to realize, right? The English army is slow and immobile, so it's very, you know, he has to go all the way around to deny these resources. Wham at this point should probably go around and start denying, you know, not just denying the berries, but should start focusing on military. Like, actually, I wouldn't even mind if he stayed here and just started taking out archery ranges, stables, and so on and so forth. Oh, Wham found the third town center. Villagers are running. Now, to be fair to Anotand, even losing his 2 secondary town centers is not a big deal. And the reason I say this is because he's already ahead by almost 30 workers. So all he needs to do is, if he can get himself to Castle Age, he'll be fine. And he's gathering 1,400, almost 1,500 food per minute at the moment. He doesn't have a lot of gold income. But if there's a chance for him, this is it. Like, if he was to just stop, cut production, make no more units, pull villagers onto gold, I think he can get to Castle Age. And here's the counterattack, which is going to be very annoying for Wham to deal with. But that also leaves Anotand's entire base open as well. So so Wham's going to be able to take out all the production, which he's already shift queued. Like, I actually don't think I like this dive at all. That's actually funny. 6 villagers going for the berries behind Wham's base. Wham's never going to find that out. And Wham is now going on this side, trying to kill as many villagers as he can. Decides not to go for the production anymore. Doesn't want to leave his rams defenseless. I mean, Anotand is playing this very well, considering how bad it looked. He's playing this about as well as you'd expect. And now he has the gold for Castle Age. He's migrating all his villagers over here. Wham is going for the blacksmith, which, you know, who cares about the blacksmith? Anotand might be able to clean this up. I think Anotand is going to... well, we'll see. Yeah, Anotand's going to clean this up. And that pretty much spells GG for Wham, actually. I mean, Wham losing this fight is actually... that's game. He's got less military. Anotand's now going to be able to go Castle Age. He's got a 22 villager lead. I mean, this isn't really recoverable by Wham, I don't think, at this point. I think this is... I mean, that was... Anotand did such a good job being able to do that. And it's like, what can Wham do now? He can try going Castle Age himself, but I don't think that's going to, you know... This is the problem. When you do an all-in like this and it fails, and you're behind by that many workers, I mean, the eco is just so massive for Anotand. Oh, man. But Anotand's food income did drop a ton. He's only at 450. He's got a ton of farms on the way, though. And he is gathering those berries as well, which Wham may or may not find out eventually. Now the question is, what is Wham going to do? I mean, he's going to commit to another feudal attack, I think. I mean, he kind of has to. I mean, Anotand isn't gathering any gold. He's gathering more stone because he's going to remake a second TC. Oh, he did. He's making TC down here. These 3 villagers are dead. And we'll see what Wham tries to do here. I mean, the nice thing is he does have the nice farms. But Anatand's food income is about to skyrocket here. I mean, he's about to have... Yeah, he's going to have 30... Wow, is that 30? Yeah, he's about to have 37, 36 villagers on food here in a minute. He'll be able to go Castle Age like whenever he wants at that point. Wham is catching up on the military, though. And he's getting close to Castle Age himself. Not that I necessarily think that this is a good position for Wham, but maybe. Third town center coming down now for Anotand. He's just really going to push this eco advantage. And I think Wham's just going to go Castle Age. Wham now is aware this gold had been taken at some point in time. Does see this massive attack, and there's nothing here. Oh, no, that's not true. There's 8 spearmen, but there are 5 camel archers. Wham is going to lose some villagers here. If he commits. Which I don't think he's going to. Wham's going to see these villagers eventually, I feel like. And Wham is going to the Castle Age with the King's Palace. I mean, Anotand... I feel like Anotand is still making units, and I think this is an actually big mistake. I think he should honestly, at this point, be trying to get to that Castle Age. He doesn't even... He needs to save for, like, 40 seconds, and then he can go straight Castle. I think there's no reason not to do that, and... Oh, maybe he's going to stop making units and do that now. Yeah, here we go. He's going to go Castle Age now. Now, Wham could have a small window to do damage here. Their military numbers are pretty equal, but it's a minute 45 for Anotand to get there. To be fair, to get these both upgrades would be about a minute anyway, so I think Anotand's fine. And the upgrade, you know... Oh, he's getting the Spearman upgrade. And what is Wham going to do? Oh, my pup's getting a little on me right now. Look at that villager lead. 95 to 61. A little bit of a raid, which is actually going to probably show these villagers top 10 betrayals by your own horsemen, potentially. Nope, maybe not. Anotand still needs 30 seconds. He's making a lot of barracks, so he's going to start adding in the golems, would be my guess. Just look at all those farms. I mean, Anotand has 62 villagers on food right now. Holy cow. I think a little overkill. How many does Wham have? 31? He literally has exactly double the amount of food villagers than Wham at the moment. Wham's getting wheelbarrow right now. Anotand's already has it. And I mean, this eco difference is just too big. Anotand's gonna get all his upgrades, and I think he's just gonna still making camel archers, and I think he's just gonna end up destroying Wham's army, and then I think that'll pretty much be game at that point. I just don't see a scenario in which Wham can win this from here. He's just too far behind. And Anotand's been playing very well today. Oh, wait! Oh, Wham's going to do what he did as Ottomans. Fast Imperial. And I don't think Anotand can stop this. I say that, but Anotand's moving out right now with a massive army. Still needs a little bit more gold. Here comes the massive army of Anotand. I mean, Wham can advance, but where's he going to put his Berkshire? Where is it? Oh, he's going to place it here. Okay. That will protect his gold. And, you know, Wham's going to take this fight. Doesn't really have a choice. He kind of has to take the fight, right? He can't just retreat. But he has no counters. He doesn't have any crossbows. Horsemen diving the food eco. Villagers fighting. Losing more and more villagers. Anotand is now aware of the castle age incoming from Wham. Golems are just tanking a lot of the fire. I think it's GG. I think, look at those camel archers. They're just destroying those villagers. And Anotand's going to win this game, and he's going to win the series 4-1. And GG is called. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show match of the PUP. Anotand played that really well. I thought Anotand was screwed. But Anotand said, no, I'm going to win this anyway. So, for all you ABBA strugglers out there, rewatch this game and you'll see how to potentially beat English as Abbasid. Yeah, and you can just see this fight right here. This is kind of where the game ended in my eyes. Is right here. When this battle lost, Anotand was just so ahead because of the eco and everything. Wish the series lasts longer. I was hoping we'd see a little bit more. I mean, I was definitely hoping that we would see some at least one late game, but you know,